This shall be my final video of 2025 because as I'm recording this, it is the morning of December 31st, and this video will be my last video on my anime channel for 2025. And without further ado, what a great way to end off this. And I think that this is something that I've done many, many times, but I think this is going to be the most realistic and personal one that I've ever done. We're going to be doing a top 10 anime waifus of 2020, or not even 2025, just in general for me. Now, the three tiers that I went looking based off of this and went into my top 10 were obviously personality. They have the good personality. The looks, they got to be very, very cute and got to be having a very good looking character. And then my type of girl. And I know what my type is, and you're going to notice with my top five that there is one particular thing about each of the top five characters that are all basically the same. But without further ado, let's get it started with number 10. And at number 10, I had Your Forger from Spy Family. Now, when it comes to Your Forger, I believe that in terms of like just personality and looks wise, Your is out of this world. Definitely really very good looking character, very interesting dynamic. And I think that there's just a lot more character to be explored when it comes to your as Spy Family season 3 is just finished and where they are currently in the manga right now. It's really starting to like peak and like get towards like the moment where you know something big is about to happen because obviously they have these like short these other stories that happen while the season's going, other things that are happening while they're still, like living their fake marriage life. But I definitely can see a lot of character development for Yor because there's a lot more that she's starting to learn and know more about. And considering that I watched season 3, I can definitely tell Yor's character is just starting to get better. So I'm very excited for what could possibly be Spy Family season 4, which will probably come out in 2027. But yeah, Yor's just a very good personality. She's a very good mother. She's a very good wife to Lloyd, very good mother to Anya. She very much she cares so deeply to the point where she heard that Anya was going missing in the third season, and she ran. She didn't even drive. I don't even think that York could drive. She ran down there to go check on Anya. That is a very protected mother. Yours at 10. Number 9, Ichinose from Classroom of the Elite. Now, the only reason I have Ichinose on this list, really, and I barely even know anything about Ichinose because really we're just starting to get into the peak and really like get a deep entail of how her personality is. And from what I've heard when it comes to light novels, her personality gets a lot different. And I can't even lie to you, I don't even know if I would like her personality based off of what I'm hearing from the light novels. And I want to get the light novels so I can read more about this in a general sense. But I believe that Ichinose is a very good looking girl, very good looking character. She's an interesting character. She's very kind. She's very sweet. She's very like like caring about like the people in her class. I mean, there was a point in like season 3 where she was trying to get enough points to save everybody, where nobody in her class would have to get expelled. She ended up doing it thanks to Yanikoji. But still, that's how much of a personality that Ichinose has, and she's a very good character, and she's gonna be my number 9. I really don't have much to say about Ichinose, so this is the reason why I'm going so quickly. Number 8, Shizuka from Zom 100. Now, Shizuka, this is going to be the one thing that surprised me because I look at Shizuka's character design and the way she's designed, and she looks a lot younger than what she supposed to be because I thought she was like in her like late teens, early 20s. She's almost the same age as me, and I'm 27. So yeah, I was just very surprised by Zom 100 because I didn't think it was going to be that good. I mean, I've always done like anime guessing the theme songs and Zom 100 would pop them, but like, why are they all dancing? And then now I watch the show and I finished the first official season. I know there's more coming. I can see how good Zom 100 is, and Shizuka's character, it is a it is the way it is because of a certain thing happening in her past, and I can't wait till we're able to explain, like go more into that, and we can really like deep dive into Shizuka's personality and her like background in her character because I know there's a lot more exploring. But anyway, no, nothing explained about that. Shizuka's number 8. Number 7 is a character that I really have watched her show 3 times over the past couple months. It's on High Dive. It's on Amazon Prime, and I believe it's not on Crunchyroll, but I think it's on Hulu. The Dangers of My Heart main girl, Ana Yamada. And Ana Yamada seems like a model. She is a model, um, but she's also a foodie. She is shown to eat a lot during the show. She's shown to care a lot about her friends and the people in her life to the point where she has Ichikawa over to her house and she's asking her parents like, "Oh, do you like Ichikawa?" and everything like this. And I want to say this: her relationship with Ichikawa was it was developed so well, and I'm so that was legit a very good romance story from the Dangers of My Heart, and I'm so excited for the movie to come out, and I can't wait to go watch it because The Dangers of My Heart is literally one of my favorite animes that I've watched in recent times, and Ana Yamada is just a very good girl in terms of the show, so she's at number 7. And at number 6, this is gonna be the one that surprises a lot of people that know me because she's always been my number one. She's literally on my phone case, and I'm staring at her directly, and she's on the jacket I'm wearing. We have Miss Shinobu Kocho. Now, I don't really think I need to go that much into Shinobu Kocho because I've done a lot of videos talking about her, but Shinobu, from a character design, the way she looks, it's I find Shinobu to be one of the most beautiful characters in anime. Like quite literally, her short hair with the raven black and the purple, like raven black and purple tips on her hair. The fact that she has bangs, like with her haori that she wears and everything like this, and then the butterfly, like the butterfly I forgot what it's called, the butterfly thing at the back of her head when it comes to that. Shinobu's character design, from what I originally saw, it was gonna be a whole different thing. And I've seen like some like pictures with Shinobu with long hair, Shinobu like with her hair untied. Shinobu with their hair untied is another demon, but Shinobu with long hair just doesn't work like that. And I'm so actually thankful that in the story of Demon Slayer that they said that Shinobu was supposed to get a certain uniform where her chest would have been showing, and she burned that uniform and then chose the one that she currently has. And I can't even lie to you, I prefer much that one because it really like gives more care to how it really shows more into like how the character looks the sides of their body, because obviously we have Mitsuri and we already know about Mitsuri when it comes to that. But Shinobu is a whole different character. She's 4'11". She's a short stature. She can't slay. She can't kill any demons when it comes to that. But in terms of personality, Shinobu's personality is not really my type of thing. Looks wise, like I said, Shinobu I think is one of the best looking characters in the anime. And in terms of my type, when it comes to Shinobu, uh, I mean, the way she wants to like fight and kill demons for revenge, I can really respect that. But in all honesty, nah, I would not be able to put Shinobu in my top anywhere above the other 5 I have right here. At number 5, from my top 5 anime waifus, I have Mei Kakure from the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love Me. Now, from the moment I saw Mei at the end of season 1, I already knew that she was going to be one of my favorites for the simple factor the way they showed her, she looked just like Comey. And you know what's funny? I was writing down a whole bunch of lists and I forgot to write down Comey. Comey would have been on this list, but I've already gotten this down. So Mei, from when she first appeared, she looked just like Comey into their certain simple samples. So I was like, all right, she's gonna be one of my favorites. And as I'm watching season 2 of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love Me, and we're getting on and on, I'm like, all right, when are they gonna introduce Mei? And she actually turned out to be the last girl they introduced. And her first moment is she's worried about her bangs because nobody's ever seen her face. Her face is apparently one of the best looking faces in terms of the show, and the only people that really saw it are her parents and Rentaro, who accidentally saw her face, like while saving her because she was worried about her bangs, even though there was a sign coming to hit her. But still, Mei Mei Kakare is a very interesting character because she doesn't really take compliments well, and she can kind of use misdirection anytime somebody is really like nice to her. Like if Renter is like kind of flirty with her, she'll use her misdirection, leave a puppet there, like she knits and everything like this. And she has a very good relationship with the rest of the girlfriends. So in terms of Mei Mei, she has a nice personality. She's very caring. She's very sweet, and she's very shy in that certain simple sample. And I think that is something that I actually kind of like because I do like the shy girls when it comes to that. So yeah, Mei Mei said number 5. Number 4 is the number one girl from My Hero Academia, and that is Ochako Uraraka. Now, normally Momo is my favorite, but I think for a simple standpoint of like how I can look at everything in My Hero Academia, and considering now that My Hero Academia is officially finished, besides like the chapter 431 being animated, that's going to be coming out in April, I believe. Um, Still, Ochako is very important to the story because Ochako is the reason why Izuku Midoriya's hero name is Deku. I keep saying Deku because I'm so used to saying Deku. Izuku Midoriya did not want to have Deku as a hero name until he heard Ochako Uraraka and the fact that she liked it. Because she literally said, I think Deku would make a good hero name, and Deku said, Deku it is. And then when he fights against Bakugo, he's like, you used to call me Deku as like a mean name, but now Deku is the name of the hero. And from season 1 to season 6, 7, 8, we can kind of see the story progression of how Uraraka is. Uraraka is very friendly. She's a very kind girl. She's a very sweet, caring girl. And let's not forget, she's also the reason that he was able to stay in UA when everybody else wanted him out. She spoke to the crowd and said, let him stay here. She showed that when heroes are hurting, who's going to be there for them. And then when it came to season 8, that kind of came back to her because she was sad that, like Toga had to die. And then Izuku Midoriya ended up being there for her. So, yes, Uraraka is a very, very good character. Very good with development from the season 1. Even though there was kind of points where just like, are they really developing Uraraka? But still, Rocket has a very good personality in terms of the way she is and the way she interacts with everybody else. She is definitely my type of girl when it comes to that. The only thing I have, and I think I downgrade her because of this. I don't like her hair. I don't like her hair when it comes to her character design. That is the only gripe I have against Uraraka, so I had to put her 4 because the other 3 I just think have a better character design than Uraraka. Number 3, Hinata Hyuga, the girl that just had her birthday a week ago, which was December 27th. The can I say she's the second girl in Naruto because if we're really talking Sakura, we don't really talk about that. Hinata Hyuga changed her destiny. At the beginning, her and Naruto were both labeled as failures. Hinata would always give up. Hinata would always fail on her missions, and she would constantly put herself down. But ever since the moment she met Naruto as a kid, she started to wanting to be by his side, wanting to be just like him, and it showed because every single moment that Hinata was always around Naruto, she would always try her best. Her fight against Neji, she got her butt whooped, but she still kept going. She still kept going because she Naruto was watching her, and she never gave up on her word, which was the saying that she took from Naruto. And obviously you can kind of know that it led up to him and Hinata getting married together. But one of the 3 big moments that I gotta say for me when it comes to Hinata is one, her fight against Neji. She showed that everybody that she's not like just a failure, that she has the heart, she has the willingness to fight and continue going. So I very much love that. Second, her fight against Pain when everybody else is basically just watching Naruto just trying to beat everybody's butt, and when Naruto was finally getting, like a taste of revenge, Sakura could have gone down there. She was getting trained by Tsunade, but she didn't. Hinata, knowing that she was gonna lose, and the person that was watching over Hinata was like, "Don't do it." But Hinata was like, "All right, Naruto's losing. Naruto's trying to fight to protect us. I need to go try and protect him." And she knew she was going to lose because everybody knew she was going to lose, but she still tried to do something and ended up helping leading into a very big moment in Naruto's character development where he was able to finally meet his father in terms of that. So yeah, it was a very nice moment. And then number five, number five, the third thing about Hinata is the fourth Great Ninja War where Neji died and Naruto was this close to switching over to the other side, but who was right there by his side? Who was right there to smack some sense into him? Hinata. Sakura didn't smack some sense into him. I don't even think Sakura would have said anything to him to have changed his mind. I believe that if you told Sakura to go speak to Naruto after Neji died, I think Naruto joins the other side. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to that. But in terms of her personality, she's very kind, she's very sweet, and she's definitely 100% shy. Her character design in Naruto Shippuden was a very good character design, and her character design in Boruto, even though it was kind of ruined because obviously there's one big part of her character design that they kind of took away, but I'm not going to say it because I think everybody knows what they took away in Boruto. But still, she looks very good. She looks kind of like how she was in the last Naruto, besides one particular part of her character design. But we're not going to really talk about that. But yeah, Hinata's at number three. And now for the final two. And these, I can't even lie to you guys. These two, I took so long to debate because they're both just so similar. They're both just so good in terms of that. Number two, I have Akane from Oshinoko. And Akane would not have been on this list 6 months ago. But I watched Oshinoko. I watched Oshinoko season two. And Akane 100% became my favorite girl in the show, and I loved Ai. I literally have a whole figure of Ai right there, and I thought Ai was going to be my favorite. Then I met Akane. Then I saw Akane. And Akane's relationship with Aqua and how she is in the relationship, and oh my god, like, bro. That Akane is legitimately the best girl in the show, and from what I can tell, when season three comes out next week, Akane is just gonna just rise people from rise, keep rising to the very top. Because I don't think that there's anything that they can do right now that would stop everybody from Akane being the best girl on the show. She has a very good personality. She's very, self conscious about herself. She knows that everybody can say like she's like, what's it called? She was like born for this. So she's gifted basically. And when in terms of like her look, she has a very good look. I believe currently right now in the story of she has kind of like short hair in that terms of standpoint, but Akane is a very beautiful character in terms of Oshinoko, and the way she interacts and the way she shows in her relationship with Aqua would definitely be somebody of my type in terms of the real life part of the story, which is why I had her at number two. But I couldn't put her number one because I think just number one has a lot more significance and would mean a lot more in terms of like my type in terms of real life. And number one is going to be there's one name I haven't really mentioned here that's always in my top five, and that is Miku Nakano. Now, Miku, this this woman, as a character, she started out not even knowing what she wanted to do for her life. Her whole life, I think, at the beginning was just mainly being a part of her sisters, being in the background, considering she is the middle sister. And that turned the standpoint. But now seeing where she is at the honeymoon arc, she has her own like place of work. She has her own career doing bakery that she discovered that she loved because she wanted to cook for Futuro. She was very loyal to Futuro. She was very jealous of like other girls like trying to talk to Futuro, even Ku when it came to her sisters. And at the simple standpoint, even when Futuro ended up choosing Yotsuba, which I still personally disagree with, in my turn standpoint, and I know there's a lot of Quintessential Quintuplets fans that disagree with Yotsuba winning, and I can't even lie to you. I met a couple of people last week when I was visiting, when I was with my family. They were just like, "Yeah, I don't understand how Yotsuba won in that general sense." I literally had to shake someone's hand because they were like, I don't know how Yotsuba won." But still, in terms of that, Miku's personality: shy, cute, innocent, quiet, caring. She's like very like loyal. I can't even lie to you, I think like if out of all the girls, if anybody were to be the most loyal to Fujiro, it would probably be Miku. In terms of her looks, especially when it came to like the honeymoon arc and how she looks right now, obviously she is a grown woman at current simple standpoint, but Miku's character design just looks very, very good. And like I said, the way she interacts with Fujiro and how she like shows her character to be, it's definitely somebody that I would say when it comes to my type. So that is the reason why I had to have Miku Nakano as my number one. And that completes my list. This is my final video of 2025. It's a long one, but it's a very good one. So, my top 10 goes as followed: Miku at 1, Akane at 2, Hinata at 3, Ochako at 4, Meimei Kakure at 5, Shinobu at 6, Anayamada at 7, Shizuka from Zom 100 at 8, Ichinose from Classroom Elite at 9, and Your Forger from Spy Family at number 10.